We are here to revive agriculture economy for the greater good. At Zeta Farms, we create technologically oriented and process-driven farms, wherein we develop these farm projects, or rather portfolio of farm projects, all across different agroclimatic zones with a diversification of crops so as to mitigate the risk generated to weather and market prices, which was every farmer's problem. So you can think of it like this, that we want to bring in a global revolution in the field of agriculture by Zeta Farms. We are benefiting the farmers by giving it a corporate touch. All second generation farmers have denounced farming. They don't want to do farming now because they feel that corporates will be the only one wherein we want to do jobs. They would like to migrate from their own area, from their village, from their towns, and do certain kind of corporate jobs in different cities and different sectors. We want to bring in those people. We want to stop this migration and give job opportunities to these farmers, and rather the second generation farmers, by securing and giving them a monthly secured income, also certain share of profit benefits. Along with this, over and above that, certain kind of corporate perks are also being given in the format of health insurance, child education fund, and a dedicated pension fund is also being created, which is to be offered to the people who are being associated with us. Currently, we are working in India over an acreage of 20,000 acres, and under our management, the total land area is more than 65,000 acres. Now, give an expansion to our business. We want to enter Nepal because Nepal is also an agrarian economy. It has diverse agroclimatic zones spread across all Himalayan range. It has plains, it has hilly areas, it has nice rivers, good soil, good water, good weather conditions, wherein all kinds of crops can be grown, ranging from grains, pulses, medicinal crops, herbal crops, aromatic, and every kind of fruits and vegetables. So, when we enter into Nepal, we see a similar demography, similar soil and topography conditions, and it gives us an easy edge to expand into this region. By deploying the right amount of funds into different agroclimatic zones, we can definitely bring a revolution in this country in the field of agriculture by joining hands with the local municipalities, local government, and most importantly, the farmers over here. With a dedicated fund of approximately 50 CR to be deployed, 50 CR Indian currency to be deployed in the next 2 years, which amounts to, in the Nepalese currency, it is approximately 80 CR of funds. It will be deployed during the tenure of 2 years, wherein we will be developing such kind of farm projects with diverse cropping all across Nepal, starting from the Gorkha region and the Bhanu municipality there. This investment and this development of projects will boost the agrarian economy of Nepal. We believe to definitely bring in a change in the GDP needle from the agriculture of Nepal. That certain kind of employment generation should be happening. The agriculture economy should be given a glamorous touch, that when people are being asked, or the children are being asked in their school, that what your parents do, they can proudly say that my father is a farmer or my mother is a farmer. And this touch, this can go a long way along the generation, because agriculture was being practiced from the last 10,000 years, and we believe that it will be remaining there for the eternity, and people are losing touch of it. They really want to shift towards agriculture because it is a basic need of humanity. Everybody wants to eat food. The population is increasing. Average age of farmer is falling down. People don't want to do farming. Someone has to do this. So why not start and bring a revolution in different countries? We want to start this after India through Nepal itself. The benefit to the villagers here or the farmers will be given in the format of fixed salaries income. They will be doing the same thing wherein they have the best skill set, which is farming. They will be doing the same thing there. We will be rolling out our program through the municipalities, and along with the salaries, they will get a profit share out of their lands itself as per the ratio of the land holding they have. Plus, there will be a dedicated child education fund. There will be a dedicated health insurance given to these people. Plus, a dedicated pension fund will also be created so as to create an association for a long term with these people, with the farmers over there. This will secure them, because right now, what is the problem faced by a farmer? He needs to invest the amount. He takes loan at a very high interest rate. He deploys his own fund. He takes all the risk of the weather and market prices. There were people we met. We went to Bhanu municipality. We went to Gorkha region. We found it And other areas also, Nepal also, we saw that the basic problem which every farmer was facing was they are not able to control weather, they are not able to control the market prices. So what about how to tackle these things? So we came up with a solution at Zeta Farm that the only solution to these problems was diversification. But farmers having very limited amount of land area with them, the land area is fragmented among them, they can't do this. So Zeta Farms is taking care of the aggregation of these lands and giving these kind of benefits to the farmer, because now in totality the land area is more, we achieve the right economies of scale, we can deploy all the funds through seeds, fertilizers, machinery, infrastructure, irrigation infrastructure, everything will be deployed there along with the salary benefits and all. So now in totality, from a farmer's perspective, he doesn't need to invest anything. He will get a regular income out of it. He will also get incentivized through the profit share which will be coming on it. Moreover, he will not be made part of the losses. So they are not being made employees in our company. They will be like true partners at the farming level, because they know farming, we know how to create the structure around it. That is how they will be benefited. Not get you confused. It is not contract farming, it is corporate farming. In contract farming, the basic necessity of the person or the entity or the company which is giving contract to the farmers is that the production should come. Let's say a company was doing a contract farming for growing, let's say, mustard with the farmers, and if the mustard crop got failed, the company will not pay to the farmer because the production was not there, right? In our case, it has nothing to do with any contract. Even if the crop is getting failed, even if the market prices are not coming, the farmers will be getting salaries out of it, because they are getting paid for the work they have done, for the hard work they have put in to make the crop succeed, even if the result was not in their hand, because it is an uncontrollable factor. Weather and market prices are the two things at a global level nobody can control. If you are able to control that, you can be treated as god of farming, which we believe nobody can do that, right? So we want to be very simple structure around it. We will pay them. We will not give contract farming, because we don't want to enter into that kind of association with any farmer wherein me or the farmers or the company are in a very complex situation where the crop is getting failed or the market prices is not in our hand, and the farmer is also struggling to make the ends meet. Why we are winning this game is because we are creating these projects into multiple agroclimatic zones. So in a way, I keep giving this statement to everyone that the whole of the agriculture economy of a country cannot fail in a single day. The weather cannot be unfavorable for all the crops in all the locations in a single day. The market prices of all the crops in all the locations cannot be decreasing on the same day itself. It cannot happen. The good part is it also has no correlation with the market forces and among the crops also. You will never hear this statement that the watermelon prices are falling because cucumber prices were increasing. You will never hear this statement. You will also not hear this statement that the prices of rice is increasing because gold prices were increasing. It has no correlation between that. We are making money because of this diversification only. We try to do things at a scale. So with the scale, we get first benefit in the format of economies of scale. We get the things at a very competitive prices. We get the machineries, infrastructure, seeds, fertilizers, everything at a very reasonable prices. The second thing is, because of the diversification, the risk generated to the weather and market prices is being distributed among the locations and among the crops. So let's say if I'm developing 5 projects in 5 different regions of Nepal with different agroclimatic zones, and all the projects are having 5 to 10 different cropping there. So all the crops will not get fail on a single day. There will be one or the other crops which will be giving me good benefits. It is interestingly very true that all the crops at a root level are having good ROIs in terms of making money through the investment. Okay, so the margins are high, it can be distributed among all the farmers. So let's say even if from a particular crop we are facing losses, but we will be able to pay the farmers because we will be getting profits out of other locations. Taking a very worst case scenario, if one whole municipality project is getting failed, we are having 4 other municipalities to generate profits out of it. Moreover, above that, there is one more layer, the country level. Even if the Nepal agriculture, wherein we are doing this agriculture over these projects, all the projects that failed, we have like a whole country of India wherein we are having like 65,000 of acres of land area. We as a company are committed to deliver the promises which we have made through the projects which are coming all across. One more thing I would like to add here is, because of this diversification, it is agriculture project diversification is the only diversification scheme, or nahin, agriculture diversification is the only mechanism wherein it becomes more secure with the increase in land area or the horizontal expansion, it is like, let's take a hypothetical scenario. If Zeta Farms owns the whole global agriculture, will it fail any day? Will it be getting failed on any day? It is right to impossible. It is like what we say, pralay aa jana, right? It cannot happen. It is like puri dunya pani mein doob gayi. It cannot happen that the all over flooding will be there. It cannot happen, right? That's where we are trying to achieve it. What will be the modus operandi of us in Nepal? It will follow a very similar model which we follow in India. We associate with farmer producer organization. We associate with government. In a similar way, we'll be associating with the government and the right agencies or the entities here in Nepal to associate with farmers. It will be a kind of agreement, tripartite or quadripartite agreements, wherein we'll be utilizing and associating with the right parties involved. We'll be deployment of the funds will be done through those agencies. The benefits which will be given to the farmer in the format of insurance and the profit sharing and the salaries and the pension funds will be created through the utilization, through the entrance of these parties only. These parties will give us the right scope and the canvas to work over different regions. This is how we'll be creating the model which will create, which will give the sense of security to the farmers also if we involve these kind of entities. The municipality will play a very crucial role in it because they know their area. Okay, a municipality will be having like multiple wards. So at a municipal level, the profit sharing will be done at a municipal level. Suppose a municipality is having like 20 wards and each of the ward is having different agriculture projects going on. So at the municipal level, if the profit is generated, all the wards will be getting benefit out of it, even if the agriculture particular one crop is getting failed in a particular ward. Okay, this is how the structure will be rolled out. We'll be initially starting with field crops only. Field crops will include fruits, vegetables, as I have already mentioned the different segments: fruits, vegetables, grains, pulses, cereals, aromatic grasses, medicinal and herbal. The secondary thing in the format of, if we expand this model to integrated farming model, we can include livestock as well for the milk production and all, and also to get to a stage wherein we can get organic manure out of these livestock, and it is part and parcel of the concept of the integrated farming concept. Suppose there is a river going on and we have an anicut or a check dam there, we can utilize fisheries also. We can use the same water for the irrigation of our fields, which is more nutritious in nature. If we have livestock with us, from that milk is also coming, the manure is also coming, we have the right decomposition pits with us, we can create vermicompost and all. It is a game of a longer run, right? We can do that. When we associate in this agreemented form with the farmers, the first benefit with the farmer which we will be getting is the consistent flow of income. We'll be giving him monthly income. The first benefit is this: he's getting consistent income out of it. He doesn't need to wait for any kind of liquidity. The second benefit which the landowner in the format will be getting is the profit share from the whole area or the whole vicinity there, without getting the tension of that if the crop will be failure or the market prices will be coming or not. So he's hedged out of those risks. Okay, he doesn't need to worry about it because the investment is being made by our company. He will only be getting fixed share, plus if the crop is getting good, if the crop is getting good returns out of it, if the yield is good, he is also getting a certain incentivization in the format of profit share in it. We want to definitely make them our partners, because a partner is someone who wants that the association which we have made should be working in a positive direction. That's the first agenda. So the people in that particular area will only be associated with us. It will help us in developing the whole area. The ladies in that area, the youth in that area will be the primary point of contacts who will be working on these fields as a partner. We like to call them Krishi Veers for us, because they are the true partners who is working in the Krishi industry. They don't need to invest. They don't need to worry about if the crop is getting failed. They don't need to worry about if the right market prices are not being coming for their crop. Because of this structure, they can freely work over the land area. They can freely, plus on the top of it, it is only positive for them. First is the security and the basic scale of the income and everything. Plus the positivity for them is they will be able to learn new skills. They will be able to learn about new technologies like integrated pest management. They will be able to learn about the new infrastructure. They will be able to learn about the new mechanization and the equipment in the format of drones, rovers, power tillers, different kind of machineries which can be deployed over these farms. So after visiting multiple areas in Nepal, we observed that the people are getting good yields in terms of the inputs they are giving. The farmers of Nepal can be given an opportunity to work over farms in India to learn about new technologies and get these technologies and the processes be implemented in the farms. the long-term vision which we see for Nepal agriculture is people should be really getting connected in a very positive way from agriculture. As we call in India, we have a vision to create the Desh ka culture as agriculture. We really want to bring the same vision here in Nepal as well, that people get connected to it and they also become the driving force in creating Nepal's culture also as agriculture. So considering the supply chain of the products which we will be creating here, which will be growing here, so we have multiple options. Okay, let's say if the market prices were good and all, we can directly supply it to different market, we can directly sell it to different markets. Let's say if the prices were falling, so if a normal traditional farmer doesn't have any options that what he should be doing, okay, he would have the only one option left to face losses. In our case, what we can do is, we can store them using cold storage or different kind of warehouses. We can process it. We can change the product format. We can evaluate it. Like let's say if I'm having mustard seeds, I can make oil out of it. Okay, I can store potatoes in a cold storage. Okay, that can be the scenarios which can be happen with the Zeta Farm ecosystem involved. Okay, this is how Zeta Industries in the format of agriculture can be involved to get the right market prices. And if you are not getting the right market price, if you are not able to cover the cost, because for any business, right kind of cash liquidity has to be managed and has to be followed a very positive way, so that the business can become successful. In our case also, if the right cash liquidity is not being followed, if we are not able to generate right kind of margins by the sales of produce, we can definitely convert it to some other product by using agriculture processing, or let's wait for the we can also wait because we have the power of that liquidity in terms of investment and the funds. We can store those produce and wait for the right market prices to be achieved there. Why we are so confident in developing such kind of agriculture revolution in India? We can definitely bring that because we are getting ample opportunities from many investors at a global level. We will be deploying these funds from Indian investors as well, along with certain global investors also in place who will be deploying these funds, who are ready to put these funds into agriculture economy. Zeta Farms is a recognized name in India. We have received the Industry Game Changer Award in the agriculture industry because nobody wanted to do operations out of it. Everybody was saying that farmers should do it. We thought that why should we not collaborate with the farmers and create the whole change in the industry there. We also got good awards for the growing of strawberries in summers of Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a arid area. Okay, so in summers, like in India, like strawberries are not being grown, right? We have grown it through hydroponics techniques. So this is the kind of technology and the things. We are a awardee company and we are very proud to say that these kind of technologies are very simple to implement. But they were not at a reach at the farmer level, and we really want to give that technology and the solutions and make farmers part of these solutions. So we have two schemes in place. First is the Zeta Rozgar Yojana and the second is Zeta Pension Fund. For Zeta Rozgar Yojana, we say that for a particular area, we will be deploying minimum number of employees over that area according to their skill set. Suppose someone is knowing agriculture around, he is like having BSc agriculture or PhD in agriculture, he will be given that kind of role itself in the company, and if he is having the farming skill set, he will be giving the farming role itself. Suppose someone is having a role, he knows data analytics and all, we have that department also because we collect data from the land in the format of soil sampling, weather data. Because of that only we select the crops and all. Okay, so this is how the Zeta Rozgar Yojana will get implemented here. The second is the Zeta Pension Yojana, wherein we will be creating a dedicated fund for all the employees who are working with Zeta Farms, through which the pension will be given to these people after their retirement age of 60 years. Okay. The fund will be deployed in collaboration with the different municipalities. There will be a dedicated fund over which a dedicated wealth manager will be appointed, so that this fund can go along a long way and people feel secure, and also they find the scheme or the partnership very reliable enough that their future is also secured because they will be getting pension out of it. We are also getting global opportunities in some of the African countries like Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Botswana, Uganda. We are also getting some of the project opportunities in Belgium, Myanmar, Indonesia. And we want to definitely play along with the agriculture part of it because we see a huge gap in the operations of it. Most of the people are trying to run away from the operations. They all want to deploy their resources and bandwidth in the processing part of it, in the trade part of it. We want to be controlling, or you can say we want to be part of the production of the agri-commodities. Okay, not the trade of the agri-commodities. Trade is a byproduct. Okay, we want to be getting our hands dirty in the soil to get the thing growing. That we'll be first having the soil composition testing, we'll be having the water testing here, we'll be having the weather data availability so that we can create a right project reports and have the project executed as fast as possible. Our target is to start from Gorkha in the next 4 to 6 months here after getting the things registered and move in a very formal way. I would like to thank Bhanu Municipality, the Mayor of Bhanu Municipality, Mr. Anand Raj, the Secretary there, Mr. Divakar, and the whole people associated with the Bhanu Municipality there. Moreover, I would like to thank my friends, Mr. Rajan, Mr. Milan, my friend Shalini, and the Agarwal family to give us that friendly atmosphere that we did not feel that we are in some other country and giving us these opportunities to work in a very smooth way and to open up these kind of projects and the opportunities here to work over a very simple thing, which is farming and agriculture here. Thank you very much, everyone.